From Paulsboro High School, Channel 5 Store Communications presents High School Wrestling. Tonight, the South Jersey Group 1 Final. The Glassboro Bulldogs visiting the Red Raiders of Paulsboro High School. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Shryock along with Nick Burzichelli at Paulsboro High School. And, of course, Paulsboro through the years has owned this championship, Nick. As a matter of fact, this is the 9th year they've held the South Jersey Group 1, and Paulsboro has won it every year. 8 consecutive years. And, of course, Glassboro usually has been their victim in this final, and most people feel that's going to be the same ending tonight.
Well, going into tonight's match, Paulsboro is definitely the favorite. I think Glassboro is going to have to come up real big in the middle weight classes and possibly take a few at the lighter weight classes.
Some people feel, Nick, that although Paulsboro is the heavy favorite, that Glassboro matches up rather well. And if they win all of the weight categories that on paper it looks like they have a chance to win, at least it could become a very competitive match.
Well, you know, they have such a solid middle weight class with the starting at 135 and going right through to Vignola, and they have a possibility of scoring big points there. Like I said, if they can break some of the lighter weight classes up front, I think they have a nice shot at taking the title. Starting
with Larry Paul at 135, then LaSpada at 140, Schillingsford, Vignola, a real good solid four in the middle. If they can gain from that group of four, 18 to 24 points, could be an interesting evening.
Yeah, exactly, and we've watched them wrestle earlier on in the year, and they come up with some big points. Sam LaSpada will technical fall you within the second period, and that usually rolls the bench.
Nick, let's look at it weight class by weight class.
All right, I'll take Vic Bernardino over Convery in this match. Sakala should come out on top here. Jack Rogers, I'm going to go with Rogers with the experience on this one.
That could be a premier match.
This is the key match. This is going to be a good match, and this is the one Glassboro needs to take. Adam Miller and Bob Hiley, I think this is another key match for Glassboro, and I'm going to go with Hiley. Jim Devlin, Rick Tucker. I'm going to go with Tucker on this one. He's an aggressive young wrestler, and he knows a lot's on the line. Larry Paul and Carl Scott. We watch Larry Paul. It's very aggressive. Carl Scott has been coming on in the past matches, but I'm going to go with Larry Paul. Sam LaSpada, Jason Vogeny. No matter who Sam LaSpada wrestles tonight, he's going to get 6 points for the team. Mike Schoenford and Mark Bay. Another flip-flop match here. I'm going to go with Bay because he's been wrestling well lately. Eric Vignola, John Palladino. Again, Vignola, another one of those strong wrestlers for Glassboro. Whoever he wrestles, he's going to get 6 tonight. Joe Catalfi, Joe Redmond. Again, flip side, Joe Redmond, one of the outstanding wrestlers in South New Jersey. Go with Redmond with another 6 here. 171 to forfeit. I'll take Forelli. This you can bet the house on. We'll take the 71-pounder for Paulsboro.
Good call, Nick.
Try. Eric Palmer, Gus Bucko. This is going to be another key match for Glassboro. Palmer has beaten De Silva from Delsey, and we know Gus Bucko has lost to Delsey. So I'm going to go with Palmer in this match. And Mazzio and Benny. I'm going to go with Benny. He has the more experience. Mazzio's just a freshman, first year out. And there's head coach Steve Cifanelli. Done a real good job for Glassboro this year.
And with a big challenge tonight. Of course, Paulsboro already has won another Colonial Conference championship this year. They are the #1 rated team in South Jersey. The only blemish on the record, a 24-24 tie with Delsey. And the winner tonight goes to Roselle Park this Saturday. Nick, we go to Roselle Park. Channel 5 will be there to watch either Paulsboro or Glassboro, whichever team survives tonight. That'll be for the state Group 1 championship. And Channel 5 will be on hand at Roselle Park. But first things first, Nick, good match coming up tonight. Paulsboro and Glassboro for the South Jersey Group 1 title right after this. Nick Burzichelli and Bob Shryock at Paulsboro High School. The captains meeting in the middle of the mat. And Nick, the lineups that we gave at the beginning of the show tonight, not necessarily etched in stone.
No, exactly right. You could have weighed in at one weight class, and you could possibly go up 2 weight classes. So there's a potential that lineups will be juggled depending on how the match progresses.
However, there definitely will be one forfeit in the match. Glassboro losing a player because of academic ineligibility today, and they will be wrestling one man short, so there are 6 automatic points that go on the Paulsboro side of the ledger. This one for the South Jersey Group 1 Championship, 9th year they've had it. All 8 previous championships won by Paulsboro High School. And Nick, again on Channel 5 we have a Glassboro and a Paulsboro pairing in sports. We've seen it often in football, we've seen it frequently in wrestling and, of course, in basketball as well, and it could see it again in basketball this year. 103-pound match. Vic Bernardino of Paulsboro, Fran Convery of Glassboro High. Convery, a freshman, having a pretty good first season with 12 wins. Bernardino having an outstanding year. He's 18-5, and he has a takedown, and Convery in some early difficulty.
Yeah, Bernardino went in real well. Shot in on a single, came back out, went a double underhook, came around, and was able to get into a headlock situation, and got Convery in a little bit of trouble here in the first period. If Bernardino can just sit through and arch his back and look up to the ceiling, there's a possibility he'll pin Convery in his first period.
Just 40 seconds into the first period, and Bernardino trying for an early first period pin. Dean Sizemore, the official tonight, former Paulsboro High School heavyweight wrestler himself.
Convery doing a real good job here, getting his left arm through and getting off his back. Great job.
5-0 on the near fall by Bernardino. He's in command, but Convery does well to avoid the pin.
Yeah, it was a great job by Convery, getting off his back. You know, that headlock can take so much out of you. He was able to get his arm free and back to his base.
57 seconds to go first period. First match of the night, 5-0 lead. Vic Bernardino. Paulsboro 17-0-1 on the season. Glassboro 12-7, but that's kind of a deceptive 12-7 record, Nick, because they've played some real tough teams.
Yeah, they really have, and they've improved greatly throughout the season. And Paulsboro takes them light tonight. There could be a problem because, you know, they took Delsey lightly and they were lucky to come away with a tie. So Glassboro's not a team to take lightly.
Winner of this one advances to Roselle Park for the State Group 1 Championship this weekend. Group 1 been played in South Jersey in recent years. Bernardino trying to get the half in to turn Convery. 20 seconds to go in the period. Stall warning against Convery on the bottom.
This match is important for Paulsboro to come up big for the team points. You know, they got to take off the pressure off of the weight classes in the middle, because when Glassboro comes out at 135 with Larry Paul, then Sam Laspada and Mike Schillingsford, Eric Vignola, they're going to get a lot of points in the middle there.
Bernardino holds the count for another 3. That's 8-0 with just 8 seconds to wrestle in the first period. Good first period for Bernardino, and he'll try to ride Convery out these final few seconds. End of 1. The veteran Vic Bernardino with a healthy lead over Fran Convery, trying to get the Red Raiders off to a running start. Bernardino trying for another takedown. Convery trying to get off the mat.
Bernardino brings him in.
Yeah,
nice job.
10-0 on another takedown by Bernardino. He's been all over the Glassboro freshman. A couple of minor surprises last night in other groups, Nick. Delsey losing and Buna losing.
Yeah, I was real surprised at the Buna match. I thought Buna going in would have been the favorites. I mean, they've had a real nice season. They've come on strong. The momentum was taking them in. And I was real surprised at that one.
How about St. James?
Yeah, real excited for St. James and head coach Nick Marina beating St. Augustine Prep, going into the finals against Bishop Eustace. St. James has done a great job over the years. They came away with a JV program a few years back into a varsity program, and in the state finals for South Jersey tonight.
Paulsboro advanced to tonight's final with a resounding 47-11 victory over Penns Grove. Pretty good Penns Grove team, and Glassboro 45-23 over Bordentown. First point for Convery. It's 10-1. Bernardino will look for another takedown. 50 seconds to go, second period. No takedown. The Paulsboro fans starting to get on Dean Sizemore just a little bit. They think that Convery should have another stall call. Bernardino takes advantage of Convery's attempt to shoot in and gets a takedown himself. It's now 12-1. No contest so far, all Bernardino. Bernardino with a 7-2 decision over Craig Mason of Pennsgrove last night to get the Raiders started with 3 team points.
Bernardino just 4 points away from a technical fall. Has 2 minutes to get to 4 points.
As expected, Bernardino with a commanding lead over Convery. Almost had him pinned in the first period. Convery was able to squirm out of it. Now top position to Convery. Bernardino gets the point, 13-1. Another takedown, a conceded escape and another takedown, and he could end it on a technical fall here. Let's see if Bernardino can get a quick takedown.
Beautiful ankle pick.
It's 15-1. Now he lets him go, 15-2. And this could do it if he gets another takedown. 1:35 to go in the match. Bernardino looking for a technical fall. That'll do it. That's the match. 17-2. A technical fall victory by Bernardino comes at the 1:21 mark of period number 3, and a 6-point start for Paulsboro. And there's that technical fall that Nick Burzichelli does not like.
It's not that I don't like it, I just think maybe the pin should be worth more. And maybe we can mount a campaign and get that rule changed.
112-pound action coming up. Mike Cicala, Paulsboro's had an outstanding year. He's 19-4. Pretty good opponent. Bill Reeves has won 14 times this season, lost only 8, but Cicala will be favored in this one. Glassboro trying to steal a match at the lower weights till they get into the strength of their lineup in the middle. Cicala having a fine campaign, looking for his 20th win. Cicala looks aggressive tonight.
Well, he really likes being on his feet. He has a lot of great confidence in his feet and his takedowns. And he's going right after Reeves tonight.
2-0 on the takedown by Cicala. Not a real big crowd at Paulsboro High School, a little bit surprising. They've had enormous crowds this season for Paul VI, Vineland. That Vineland crowd down there was something to behold, I understand.
Yeah, I was able to make that match as a spectator, and I thought I was going to hyperventilate after a few of the matches. I didn't know if I was going to survive it.
I'm kind of surprised they let you in, Nick.
Well, I went in undercover.
27 seconds into the first period, 2-0 lead for Paulsboro's Mike Cicala. 6-0 team lead. Cicala gives up the point, 2-1. Very young Glassboro team. Steve Cifanelli looking forward to next season with a veteran lineup returning. Another takedown. Nice job by Cicala. He has a pair of takedowns here in the first and now has a 4-1 advantage.
Yeah, real aggressive on his feet. You see, he went in a shot for a double. Went in a little overextended, but he penetrated. He kept getting his hips under him and was able to back heel trip Reeves for the takedown. And again, he's letting him up.
4-2. Cicala had a tight one last night, 5-3 over Larry Santiago of Pennsgrove. Cicala trying to get his third takedown of the period.
Good shot to a barrel roll.
6-2. 50 seconds to go in the period, trying to work Reeves into a pinning combination. Reeves turns on him, but he does get a 2 count, and it's 8-2.
So Cicala went right into a barrel roll. Now he's got the Turk situation. 30 seconds left in the first period. He's got an opportunity to put Reeves on his back again with this near side cradle. Reeves doing a real good job fighting this, keeping his base, taking him to the side of the mat and getting out of bounds. Nice job by Reeves getting out of that.
Reeves had a big win in the Bordentown match last night. Technical fall over his opponent by a score of 20-5. So he's coming off a good performance. Sizemore catches Bill Reeves. 17 seconds to go in the period. 5 seconds left. And a good first period for Mike Cicala. 8-2 lead over Bill Reeves. 3 takedowns in the period by Cicala. Paulsboro has amassed some incredible team records through the years, Nick, but one record they are not going to continue this year, interestingly, as their District 29 team championship. Why is that?
Well, you know, I read it in the paper like everyone else, basically, and the State Executive Committee at NJSIAA decided that they would eliminate the team championship for all districts throughout the state, so there'll be no more 32 district team champions. I guess they feel they would like to bring it in line with the Group 1 championships in football and basketball, how it's done. But it's real interesting that everyone has found out, fan-wise, because everyone enjoys the districts. Everyone finds out 2 days, 3 days ago.
Some people would say in District 29 that what's the difference? Paulsboro always has it won before the finals anyway. What do you think?
Well, you know, that's a true statement, I guess, but what about in the next few years, possibly Paulsboro won't win these, and West Effort or Glassboro or someone like that will have an opportunity to finally break in and get that District 29 championship. And then there are the teams that are unable to make these Group 1 championships, so you take another team goal away.
Cicala pads his lead to 11-2 with another takedown, 1:08 to wrestle in the second period. So no team championship in the districts. Channel 5 will be at Gloucester County College a week from this Saturday to televise the annual districts, from which the numbers 1, 2, and 3 finishers in each weight category advance to the region competition the following weekend, and Absegamian will be there too. And there's a guy that's having a pretty good year.
Yeah, head coach Paul Marine on the left and assistant coach Testa on the right. I guess Paul's paid his dues. Now this is truly his team, and he's doing a great job with them.
Stall warning against Reeves. It's 11-3 now, and Reeves shoots at Cicala.
Good shot by Reeves, and that's one way to counter someone always taking you down. You've got to outshoot him. When the whistle blows, take the shot and go after him, and that's what Reeves did, and he caught Cicala off guard.
Potentially dangerous called by Dean Sizemore. 43 seconds to go in the second. Don't know that I've ever seen Cicala wrestle any more aggressively than he has tonight, Nick. Looks good.
He's really tough on his feet. I guess after having a tough match the other day, he just wants to go out and win big.
Makes it look easy with another takedown. He's got 5 takedowns in this match. It's 13-3 with 20 seconds to go in the second. He'd like to match Bernardino's technical fall. There's a ways to go to do that. Paulsboro leading the team at 6-0 on Bernardino's 6-pointer at 103 pounds. 5 seconds in the period. Two more minutes to wrestle. It's been a Mike Cicala dominated 112-pound match so far. Understand one of Paulsboro's traditional upstate rivals, Roselle Park, a team we're likely to see Saturday, is really having a season, Nick, and not only they're undefeated, but what a start they got last night in their sections, North Jersey Section 2.
Yeah, beating New Providence 68-2 in their first round, and Roselle Park is definitely a powerhouse that either Glassboro or Paulsboro is going to have a shot at.
Sizemore explaining, call Steve Cipanelli. Should be pointed out that New Providence is only a 500 team and that it forfeited 3 weight classes to Roselle Park last night. Nonetheless, Roselle apparently one of the upstate powers, and everybody anticipating a possible Roselle Park-Paulsboro battle.
Good job by
Glassboro can pull the upset. How about this?
Super job by
Reeves.
Reeves, you know what? He went. You could see the momentum change when he blew the whistle. The way he started the period, the way he went into his freestyle position, he's going for the big throw, and you saw it there. He almost had it. And that's exactly what he needs. He needs a big throw here to get him going.
13-3 lead for Mike Cicala.
Again, you can see Reeves starting freestyle, going out front, trying for the headlock.
14-3 for Cicala.
Sakal just working up top, trying to set up Reeves, but he's unable to now. Oh. Good call by Paulsboro. I like that. Good call. Sakal picking up Reeves, putting both feet on the line, and he's out of bounds. He was walking him in, but he's out of bounds.
Good move by Sakala, results in another takedown, 16-3. You have to be nice to Dean, Nick, because he remembers that you second-guessed him on a call in the regionals last year.
Yeah, exactly right, and I'll be leaving immediately after the match. But you saw for a split second there, you saw Reeves making an attempt to get back into the match.
16-4. Minute to go. Sakala looking for the 16 points. Right now he has a 12-point differential, which would result in 5 team points for the Red Raiders. He wants more. Reeves has been dominated, but has done a real nice job hanging in there against Sakala. Now he's taken down, and it's 18-4. So he needs one more point, and he's going to try to get it with another takedown as he concedes the escape. It's 18-5. Sakala looking for a takedown that would end it on a technical fall, and he gets it with 24 seconds to go in the match.
What a great job.
With a big win, 12-0 Paulsboro, and we'll take timeout. Nick, we have a very interesting development here. We go to 119 pounds. Kirk Love was supposed to wrestle Jack Rogers, but Jack Rogers has injured his ribs, and they have elected to sit him out for this one to get him ready for the District 29 competition. And we have a substitute here, Shiva Batka of Glassboro, a senior who's 2-5 on the season, will wrestle against the experienced Kirk Love.
Well, you know, that's a big decision by Coach Cifinelli. I guess probably he lost his first 2 matches by 6 points, and his team's 12 points down, and doesn't want to risk the potential of Jack Rogers getting hurt for the districts, and he just made a coach's decision here.
That's a shame, because we were looking forward to that match, and Love trying to put Rogers away early. He does in 34 seconds. A pin by Kirk Love over the substitute Glassboro wrestler, Shiva Blatka, and that makes it 18-0 for Paulsboro. A 34-second pin by Kirk Love.
Well, there's really not much you can really say about that. You know, your backup person comes in, Kirk Love, a powerhouse in himself, 19 wins, 3 losses, just goes out and does the job that he was supposed to do, and what a good job.
This is Bob Hiley of Glassboro coming out against Adam Miller. Hiley's 12-11. Adam Miller is 14-9.
And this is where Glassboro is going to have to start making a stand and getting a win here. Hiley, a good experienced wrestler. We've seen him throughout the years, and he's wrestling a tough opponent against Miller.
Miller's had kind of a disappointing season.
Well, he really has. He's been losing, but he's been losing close. He hasn't really been able to win the close ones. And this is where Glassboro can take advantage of this and get back into it.
Kirk Love also had a pin against Pensgrove last night. It took him a little longer in that one, 3:57. Hiley had a pin for Glassboro against Bordentown. So both of these wrestlers coming off good performances in the South Jersey semifinals. So Paulsboro with technical falls by Bernardino and Sakala and a quick pin by Kirk Love. They have the maximum number of points, 18-0 after 3 bouts, and the injury to Rogers really throws a crimp into Glassboro's upset plans. But I think that was a good move by the coach, Nick, with a lot of postseason competition coming up.
No, I do too. It was a very smart move. Rogers has a great opportunity of advancing on. He's a senior, and I think it was a good move. And here's a real change. I see Adam Miller get a takedown to back points. Adam Adam's been having a little problems on his feet, but he comes right at you tonight.
4-0 lead for Adam Miller. We're at 125 pounds.
Miller working the Hamilton ride, trying to crank over Hiley.
.25 seconds to wrestle first period. Miller with a takedown, a couple of back points. He leads 4-0 over Bob Hiley. So if Miller can win here, and Tucker is expected at 130, young fan out in the mat running around.
That was great. A little cousin of mine, Bob. Little cousin. Yeah, Greg.
That figures.
Little Gregory Cockrell. That's great. See how he carried that football? Raising him early
one
here.
Hand.
No question about it. He had that left hand out there making a block. Great.
15 seconds to go in the first. Adam Miller with control and leading 4-0. Hiley hasn't been able to do much here in the first period. 5 seconds.
Miller, the aggressor in the first period. Haven't seen him this aggressive in a long time. And he did a real good job in the first period. 4-0, got a takedown, back points.
I think we need something to wake up the crowd a little bit, Nick.
Well, little Gregory Cockrell ran out on the mat with a football, yeah. I think it was a great job. Head coach Cifanelli.
Second period action at 125. Hiley gets in for a single. Good job by Hiley.
He was in there tight. He just stopped momentarily, able to give Miller an opportunity to counter, but by no means is Hiley out of this move.
Sizemore calls a potentially dangerous hold. 1:36 to go, second period. Still 4-0 for Adam Miller.
Again, another nice shot by Hiley on a single. But he stopped momentarily again, and Miller is able to counter this. Miller cross faces, hooks the leg, and gets the takedown.
6-0. Good job by Adam Miller. He's had a disappointing season, Nick. You look at his record, he's won 14 times. I guess any time a Paulsboro wrestler isn't about 20-1 or 18-2 or something like that, you think they're not having a great year. A lot of guys would be happy with 14-9.
No, exactly. 14-9 is not a shabby record, and if you go anywhere else, that's a pretty good record. But when you're in the Paulsboro lineup, you usually look at the loss column more than you look at the win columns.
48 seconds to go in the second.
But you can't count Adam Miller out. He's a good tournament wrestler. And District 29's coming up, minus a team title.
Miller countering nicely. Miller's been in control all the way in this one. Nice breakdown by Miller.
Yeah, Miller's doing an excellent job so far by keeping Hiley to the mat, hips down. Hiley tied up at the moment, being given us another stall. 1 point awarded to Miller.
7-0 for Adam Miller.
This isn't where Glassboro wants to be. Glassboro wants to take a couple of these matches early. But Miller has Hiley in a little bit of trouble here. He's got both arms crossed over.
But runs out of time.
3 points.
10-0 for Miller, and he had a few more seconds. He might have gotten a pin.
Really, he was in real nice position for it. Glassboro needs to take this one. Take the pressure off of their powerhouse at 135, 140, 45, and 52.
But Nick, I think realistically, even though we've only seen 3 matches, doesn't look real good for the Bulldogs. Had Rogers been able to wrestle in 119 and beat Love, it could have been a different story.
Gotta get your legs out, Adam.
Hiley with the top position, 20 seconds into the third period. Miller working hard on the bottom, trying to pop out.
Good sit out, turn in, right arm up. He's in for the Peterson situation.
There he goes.
Unable to get it, pops right out, comes from behind.
12-0. The fans appreciating Adams' effort tonight. They know that he struggled a little bit this season.
And these are the type of matches where you can gain all your confidence in the world and be prepared for the big district region championships. These are the matches you need going into the tournaments. Miller working a double arm bar, trying to sit out in front, turning over Hiley.
Adam was a tough luck loser to David Bland of Pensgrove last night, 6-4.
Great job by Hiley, just because he's flexible. Adam had him in a double arm bar situation, and Hiley, just being flexible, just wasn't able to be turned over.
44 seconds to go in this one. Adam Miller has been impressive, is comfortably in front 12-0. His team leading 18-zip, and Coach Marina not having much to worry about so far tonight. Hiley working hard on the bottom, but Miller able to counter everything he throws at him.
This is a nice showing by Adam Miller today. He's aggressive. He came right off the whistle. He took down Hiley, put him on his back.
20 seconds to go.
And he's got Hiley in trouble again. He's got the half. Sinking it tighter here. He's only got 12 seconds left. Nice job by Hiley rolling through. If he can get a 3 count here, it would be a technical fall, but I think it's only going to be 2.
So Miller is going to have to settle for a 14-0 win and 5 team points, but Paulsboro's lead mounts to 23-0. We'll take a break, be right back with a 130-pound match. Glassboro beat Paulsboro in this Group 1 football championship last fall, but Paulsboro trying to turn the tables tonight. Nick Burzichelli and Bob Shryock at Paulsboro, a double by Tucker. And
explosive.
that was explosive.
Knocked Devlin right off his base without even doing anything.
Ricky Tucker, 18 wins this season, and I guess he's kind of one of the real good unsung guys in the area. Nick having a tremendous year, but don't hear a whole lot about Ricky.
Absolutely right. He's come up with some great wins for Paulsboro. He's a young wrestler. We'll look to see a couple more years out of him. So just pointed out, seeing the stands, the scout for Roselle Park scouting Paulsboro, Glassboro for the ride up north. Paulsboro having their own scouting squad up North Jersey. I know they scouted Roselle Park earlier on in the year.
They can just send about 5 of their assistants up there and still have 5 left.
I think that's what they did. The bench looks kind of empty tonight.
Tucker trying to do an early number on Devlin, who's struggled a bit this season. 5 wins, 12 losses.
Tucker going into the bar. Got Devlin a little bit of trouble. Goes right to the half Nelson. 57 seconds left in the first period.
Tucker wants a pin. And Devlin really in trouble now.
Tucker locking it up tight, but Devlin fighting hard. There it goes. Tucker up top, got the grapevine in. Good job by Devlin, but it's going to be tough here.
There it is. 32 seconds to go in the first period. Ricky Tucker of Paulsboro pins Jim Devlin. Tucker wins his 19th of the season, and the score, believe it or not, is 29-0 for Paulsboro. It never ceases to amaze me, Nick, all the years I've been watching Paulsboro wrestling, how often we come to what we call big matches like this that we think might be close, and Paulsboro annihilates the competition.
Well, you know, Paulsboro has, I guess, the reputation of rising to the occasion. It doesn't hurt to wrestle a rivalry like Glassboro. You know, Paulsboro and Glassboro compete in so many sports together that it's a natural rivalry, and both teams get up for it. I know you're coming into Paulsboro Gymnasium, so that doesn't help.
Good chance here for the Bulldogs. Larry Paul, their transfer student from Missouri, has had a great junior season, 21-3 against Carl Scott of Paulsboro, and Carl not too shabby a year either, 17-5.
And Carl has come up with some big wins for Paulsboro in the Vineland match and the Paul the 6 match. And the way the Paulsboro bench has risen to the occasion here, they've taken the pressure off of Carl so he can wrestle his type of match. And
good single by Paul.
And he's going to have to wrestle a tough one too, because we've seen Paul and he's tough.
2 of Paul's matches were in the same day, I believe, weren't they, Nick?
Yeah, it was that tri-meet with Williamstown
and Overbrook. Buna wrestler beat Paul too. Buna with a great season, although they were knocked off last night by Pennsville. Scoreless first period, 35 seconds into it. Scott and Paul. Single by Scott.
Runs out of mat room.
North Jersey semifinals in Group 1 last night. Palisades Park 35, Hasbrook Heights 24, Waldrick 41, Emerson 30. Emerson, a team we've seen before in North Jersey. Wrestle Paulsboro. Single by Paul. Nice move by Larry. And a good counter by Carl Scott.
Boy, real nice hip movement on the part of Scott. But you saw when Paul went in for the takedown, went in for the single, he lost it, he went into another move, and he kept coming at Scott, and Scott was able to get out. This is going to be a match. This is going to be a good match.
North Jersey 2 semifinals. Roselle Park 68, New Providence 2. And David Brearley's 32, Glen Ridge 31. That must have been a great match. That is a stall warning against Scott. Single by Scott.
Good job by Paul flattening out Scott. Scott went in, overextended. Paul was able to flatten him out. Scott a crossface, he's hooked the leg, but Scott is holding on to that leg. And finally the points are given for the takedown. 2-0
for Larry Paul. First time tonight a Glassboro wrestler has been in the lead. 20 seconds to go in the period, and for the first time tonight we have a competitive match.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Paul's aggressive wrestler, Carl Scott, doesn't give up. We've waited 6 matches tonight to get a good match, and we're going to get one.
29-0 Paulsboro. Technical falls by Bernardino and Sakala. Pins by Love and by Tucker. And a superior decision by Adam Miller. 10 seconds to go. Good first period. Larry Paul in the lead, and the fans, sensing a close match, are into this one a bit more than they have been some of the others.
Well, this is an opportunity for Glassboro to get some cheering in. If you really think about it, this is the meat of their lineup, and they've been winning traditionally all year with it. And they're trying to get a spark into the bench.
Been a tough week on Channel 5 for Glassboro High School. We were in Penns Grove the other day to televise their battle with Glassboro for the Tri-County Classic Division lead, and Penns Grove was an easy victor in that one, 78-57. End of the first period, good one for Larry Paul of Glassboro. He leads Carl Scott 2-0. Carl Scott with a technical fall victory in his Penns Grove match last night, and Larry Paul also won a technical over his Bordentown opponent. District 29 Championship coming up at Gloucester County College a week from this Saturday. Channel 5 will be there. One of the premier events that we televise every year on Channel 5.
Carl Scott from Paulsboro being hit with another stall, cost him 1 point. Head coach Paul Marina asking why. Would like to know why. just going back to the bench.
Key spot in the match for Carl Scott now. Doesn't want to give up a takedown here and drop down 5-0. He gets the single, but runs out of mat. Central Jersey semifinals in Group 1 last night. Manville over Boundbrook, 27-23, good match. And South River over Greenbrook, 41-28.
Both wrestlers pretty cautious on their feet right now, countering each other. But Paul just constantly pushing into Scott, and it's a great job on the part of Paul because Scott's been hit for 2 stallings, got 1 penalty point against him. And as long as Paul keeps pushing into him, potentially could get another stall point against Scott.
.45 seconds to go, second period. 3-0 lead for Glassboro's Larry Paul. We're at 135 pounds. It's been all Paulsboro. Scott trying to capitalize on Paul being a little off balance, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, real nice job. Scott shucked Paul down to the mat. Tried to spin behind him, but Paul very quick getting his left arm up and stopping Scott from getting behind. And he's in on a single here. If he can keep Scott in motion.
Good tight single by Paul and trying to convert it. It does nicely. Nice job by Larry Paul. His lead is now 5-0. Glassboro fans with something to cheer about as Paul has been impressive, looking for his 22nd win of the season. 5 seconds to go in the period. So Larry Paul, against a tough opponent, has been most impressive. 5-0 lead with 2 minutes to wrestle.
Paul's been constantly the aggressor going after Scott, getting a penalty point forward and getting a takedown in the last few seconds there. And that's we've seen Paul wrestle before, and that's his style. Constantly going at you.
Elsewhere in South Jersey, semifinals last night, Lenape beat Overbrook 39-28. In Group 4, Vineland over Shawnee 42-24, so it's Vineland against Lenape.
A rematch.
Yeah. Highland over Lacey Township in Group 3, 40-12. And they'll have Brick Township in the final tonight. Brick was an easy winner over Point Pleasant Borough, 47-21. Two minutes to go in this one. Larry Paul trying to put Glassboro on the scoreboard. It's been a devastating Paulsboro performance so far. 29 out of 30 possible team points. 29-0.
Paul doing a good job breaking Scott down, taking a lot of energy out when he does a move like that, trying to pick Scott up and bring him down. Paul electing to use the freestyle stance and conceding the one, which is a good move on Paul, on the part of him, because he's been able to take Scott down and push him.
5-1 lead now for Larry. Tries to work in for a single. Good job by Scott. 1:33 to go.
You can see Scott getting the aggressor now on his feet, just trying to wear down Paul if possible. Scott's just shucking him down and Paul's getting a little off balance. There's Scott shucking him down again to a single and Paul fighting it off.
Paul very strong on his feet.
The momentum's changed a little bit in this third period with Scott on his feet.
.109 to go. Larry Paul of Glassboro leading this one 5-1. And 57 seconds to go. Paulsboro 29, Glassboro nothing. Scott gets in on Paul, trying to convert the single into a takedown.
Yeah, Scott right off the whistle popped Paul's elbow, shot a double, went to a single, but Paul, being a very good wrestler, is trying to face Scott and keep him off balance. And this is a potential dangerous 1-point illegal move for Scott. Paul did a figure 4 on the head, so that's a 1-point penalty. Now, 38 seconds left in the third period. Scores 5-2 in favor of Paul. Scott is right back in this match.
Crowd getting a little excited. Now
Paul.
a stall. Warning against Larry Paul. Scott in for the single again.
Got
That's
the
a
double.
takedown. It's 5-4 now for Larry Paul, and those are the Paulsboro fans getting a little bit excited.
Well, the momentum changed here. Scott has been constantly on the attack in the third period. He's going after Paul, the definite favor in the match, and he's doing a good job. He's been chipping away. It's 5-4 now. It's 21 seconds left. I think Scott's going to elect to let him up here because it works in two ways. One, Paul's has a stall warning, could get one, and Scott has taken Paul down the last time.
So it's 6-4 for Paul with 16 seconds to go. Scott trying to get a draw out of this one with a takedown.
Good shot by Paul.
10 seconds. 5.
Paul win this match.
Larry Paul with a 6-4 victory over Carl Scott in a real good match at 135 pounds, and Glassboro gets on the scoreboard. It's now 29-3 for the Red Raiders, but a good job by Larry Paul, and it was an excellent match.
It really was. It was one of the matches that was supposed to be good tonight. It was good. Paul went out early, got some points, enough to win. He did a good job, and hopefully this will spark Glassboro's bench into a nice little rally here. Try to get them back in, make it a little respectable.
22 wins now by Larry Paul. Sam LaSpada coming out for Glassboro, one of the outstanding wrestlers not only in South Jersey but in the state. And of course, Sam can reach a milestone tonight, Nick. His career record, 82 wins, 12 losses, 3 ties. He's 22-0 this season. If he wins tonight, he ties Nick Mitchell for career victories at Glassboro with 83. And obviously, Sam is going to better that record before he's finished.
Yeah, he really is, and I think we're going to be able to watch tonight the tying of Mitchell's record tonight. We're going to see LaSpada very aggressive on his feet. He's been technical, following people. Whenever he gets a chance, whenever he wrestles, he's been letting people up, taking them down. Very aggressive.
Jason Bojaning, his opponent. Jason 5-9-1 this season, and we mentioned this last time we saw Paulsboro, Nick. Jason really has had a lot of tough opponents this season.
Yeah, he really has. A tough weight class for him. He's at 140. He probably could even be at 135. But he's a gutsy kid. He's out there every night. He's practicing. He's putting himself out there every night. A lot to be said.
LaSpada 22-0. And LaSpada with the takedown leads Vogeting 2-0.
LaSpada is so aggressive on that tight waist near arm. He almost brought Vogening over top and lost control a little bit.
1:03 to go first period. LaSpada with a takedown and a 2-0 lead over Jason Vogeting. LaSpada trying to stack Vogeting.
Boy, he did that with strength and leverage he used to turn Vogeting over and get the 2 points. Now he's letting Vogeting up.
4-1 lead for LaSpada. Now look at that quickness, 6-1.
Well, just taking advantage of that. Vogeting shot a little bit sloppy, just spun behind him. Good job by LaSpada. Capitalizing to a tight waist near arm tilt for a couple more points.
I think of all the wrestlers I've watched in Channel 5 through the years, and Nick, I would have to rate LaSpada among the top 5 I've seen in terms of wrestling with confidence.
Yeah, he really does. He wrestles with great confidence. He's every move he does it 100%. I look forward to seeing him in the postseason tournaments.
8-1 lead with 15 seconds to go in the period. And Burzichelli gets the point escape. It's 8-2. What a takedown, 10-2.
1 second left on the clock.
He's a buzzsaw.
Great job, yes he is.
29-3 Paulsboro, but Paul won for Glassboro at 135, and LaSpada trying to tack on some more points for the Bulldogs here at 140. Good first period for Sam LaSpada.
10 points he scored in the first period. Real aggressive first period for LaSpada.
LaSpada had a technical fall last night over Greg Poole, his Bordentown opponent, at the 4:08 mark. Burzichelli had a draw last night against a pretty good opponent from Pensgrove, Ishmael Garrett. He's a battler, is Jason. 11-2 lead for LaSpada, trying to go 23-0.
Injury timeout on LaSpada. Hurt his finger the last out of bounds shot we saw. Coach Sifanel applying the tape to the fingers. Now a doctor.
I think Nick Mitchell is sad to see his record go by the books.
That's interesting. I probably takes him back to memory lane a little bit, but it's always good to see a Glassboro fellow exceeding the records and going on. Nick Mitchell, a member of the Glassboro Hall of Fame. Saw his picture in the trophy box going over there when we did the last match over at Glassboro.
That's good to see the wrestlers we used to watch on Channel 5 back in the early days go into coaching, and some of them even into broadcasting.
Yeah, it's amazing how that can happen.
Minute 40 to go, second period. It's been all LaSpada in this one, and they got another takedown and now have a 13-2 lead over Jason Burzichelli.
LaSpada just trying to drag Burzichelli in just a little bit so he can get that tight waist near arm tilt, but being taken out of balance.
Paulsboro with 29 out of 30 possible team points in the first 5 weight categories, and then finally Larry Paul getting Glassboro points at 135. 13-3 as LaSpada gives up the point.
Well, the next weight class should be an interesting one at 145. We anticipate Mike Schillingsford for Glassboro and for Paulsboro and Mark Bay, both sporting 17 wins.
Beautiful drop by LaSpada, 15-3, trying to get Burzichelli on his back. Good job by Jason to avoid the pinning combination. LaSpada, one of those guys that makes it look so easy, 15-4. A lot of wrestling coming up on Channel 5. South Jersey or the state group one. Look at that.
Boy, that was beautiful.
Wow.
LaSpada went in for a duck under, missed it, read Jason Burzichelli's ankles and picked it right out and took him down.
17-4. State Group 1 this week, District 29 and Region 8 in 3 successive Saturdays.
LaSpada doing a real good job working on many different variations, scoring at will. 3
seconds to go in the period. 17-4 lead for La Spada. He'll just hang on. Kojeting wants the top position. La Spada, he'll be on the bottom.
La Spada just needing 2 points for the technical fall. 17-4 going into the third period.
17-5, so now he's going to need another takedown plus another point to end it on a technical.
That should be the takedown right there, but Kojeting's able to keep that wizard in, and as soon as he let the wizard off, that's when he was given the takedown.
19-5, now he gives him the point. Now La Spada will try to end it with another takedown. 19-6, minute 25 to go. Sam La Spada looking for his 23rd victory of the season and looking to end it with another takedown. Minute 8 to go. Glassboro trying to battle back in it, but they have a long uphill battle tonight.
Duck under to a fireman's carry.
That'll do it.
Nice job. Great work.
21-6. 21-6. Glassboro gets within 20 points at 29-9, and we'll take a break from Paulsboro High School. Back-to-back wins by Larry Paul and Sam La Spada get Glassboro back in it just a bit at 29-9. We're watching the South Jersey Group 1 Wrestling Championship match from Paulsboro High School. Nick Burzichelli along with Bob Shryock. The winner tonight advances to the state Group 1 tournament at Roselle Park High School this Saturday. And we're at 145 pounds. Mark Bay of Paulsboro, 17-4. Mike Schillingsford of Glassboro with an identical record. So this one, on paper, a toss-up, Nick. This could be one of our premier matches tonight.
Nice duck under by Schillingsford. Bay didn't quite give it up. Was able to counter it. Yeah, Bob, this is going to be another good match, just like the Larry Paul, Carl Scott match at 135. This should wake the crowd up a little bit. And this match is important not only for the championship here, but for both wrestlers on Glassboro and Paulsboro side for seedings in the District 29 tournament.
Quite a performance by La Spada.
Yeah. Match like that, Bob, we should just sit back and let it talk by itself. It was just an art form.
Mark Bay and Mike Schillingsford both having outstanding seasons. Big win by Schillingsford could at least make it interesting for Glassboro. And of course they have Vignola coming up next at 152 who will be favored. So it's possible if Schillingsford can win, they could win 4 matches in a row. But Joe Redmond looms at 160. Single by Bay.
15 seconds left in the first period, and Schillingsford does a good job by countering that one.
Excellent. Paulsboro looking for its 9th consecutive South Jersey Group 1 championship, and they've only had this tournament 9 years. Amazing record, but just one of many team records amassed by Paulsboro through the years that kind of boggle the mind. Good first period, scoreless between Bay and Schillingsford.
Bob, I overheard John Mondelli placing a wager with Stan. He bet Stan that Paulsboro would not win District 29 this year.
And I bet Stan took the bet.
Took the bet.
Of course he would.
That's great.
Second period action at 145 pounds. No score, Bay and Shillingsford. It's 29-9, but remember, Jack Rogers of Glassboro unable to wrestle at 119 because of a rib injury, and who knows what would have happened had he been able to wrestle Kirk Love. As it was, Love had a quick outing, 34-second pin of Rogers' replacement.
The crowd really appreciating this match so far. Bay applying the bar arm, Shillingsford able to get out of it.
.132 to go in the second period. It's still goose eggs on the scoreboard. Mark Bay had a 13-7 decision win over Bill Sumi of Pensgrove last night. Meanwhile, Shillingsford also decisioned his opponent from Bordentown 14-4. So both of these wrestlers coming off impressive wins. The 17th for each. Looks like a toss-up in all categories here, physically and otherwise, Nick.
It's a real good match. Both wrestlers at this point even. It's going to come down to the third period.
Three technical falls tonight by performers. Bernardino and Sakala for Paulsboro and Sam Laspada for Glassboro. 57 seconds to go in the second one. Still nothing. Mark Bay and Mike Shillingsford.
Shillingsford, good stand-up to a neutral position.
And he gets the point in a 1-0 lead, exciting the Glassboro fans. Glassboro has brought a nice contingent of fans with them tonight. Everybody loves a Paulsboro Glassboro athletic match. Bay with a double.
Double to a backfield trip right on the line. I think 2 points were awarded. And the takedown by Bay.
2-1 lead for Mark Bay and a great takedown. And we really got a good match here at 145. A lot of pressure on Shillingsford if Glassboro has any hope at all of winning this match tonight, and that's unlikely. Shillingsford has to win here.
Another good stand-up by Shillingsford. He was able to get the 1 point from it before.
Dean Sizemore got poked in the side of the head that time. He can take it, though.
He's a little bigger than the guys out there right now. Another good stand-up by Shillingsford and able to get the 1 point this time.
2-2 tie.
Good takedown by Bay again. Went into the single front heel trip, taking Shillingsford down. With 16 seconds left in the second period.
Biggest cheer of the night. So Bay has 2 takedowns. Shillingsford has earned 2 escapes. And that's where we stand at 4-2 with 16 seconds to wrestle in the second.
Let's see Shillingsford get out. He's been doing good stand-ups. He hits another stand-up here. 13 seconds left in the second period. Bay just holding on. Nice job breaking him down.
5 seconds in the period. Probably best match of the night.
It really is. Shillingsford tough on the bottom, able to get the neutral position on the bottom, but Bay coming back with 2 solid takedowns.
4-2 for Mark Bay with 2 minutes to go. Bay can really put a big dent in Glassboro's upset plans with a win here. That's 5-2 for Bay, and Shillingsford must have a takedown.
Bay coming, slips into the headlock. He has it now, but Shillingsford just rolling through with it, doing a nice job countering it, getting out of balance.
And I don't know if there were any back points awarded.
Apparently not. 7-2 lead for Mark Bay, and the Paulsboro fans really appreciating his effort.
Again, Shillingsford able to hit the quick stand-up, but not able to follow through with it.
Paulsboro with a 29-9 team lead. Mark Bay trying to add to that.
Again, another good stand-up by Shillingsford, and he's going to get one of these. If he keeps constantly standing up, Bay's going to give it to him.
Mark Bay, very impressive. We talked last time we saw Paulsboro about how improved he is over his performance last season, Nick. I think probably one of the most improved wrestlers we've seen this year.
Yeah, he really has gained a lot of confidence out there, no matter what weight class he wrestles, if he's at 35 or at 40 or at 45. He's gained a lot of mat experience, and he's won some of the big ones for Paulsboro. He won big at the Bynum match.
Minute 10 to go. Mark Bay with a 7-2 lead, but a very nice reversal by Shillingsford to get him back in it at 7-4.
Sure, that switch puts Shillingsford right back in at 1 minute left in the third period. Plenty of time. He's only three points down. He's on top.
Bay gets the point. It's 8-4. But now Shillingsford can cut it to 2 if he can get another takedown. Single by Bay.
Bay can keep Shillingsford in motion, but he's out of balance. If he can drag him in. Shillingsford doing a good job keeping that wizard in, using the line well, and no points were awarded.
41 seconds to go. Shillingsford, some pressure on him. Needs a takedown badly.
Going for the big move here. He's working upper body.
May have gotten poked in the eye. Sizemore calls an injury timeout for Mike Shillingsford with 30 seconds to wrestle, and Shillingsford trailing 8-4.
Unable to see what the injury is. Maybe a cut over the eye. They were banging heads a few minutes there.
Nick, a chance for us to go back to what we were talking about earlier a little bit, the elimination of the team scoring in the districts. That was a kind of a shocker to a lot of people. Paulsboro, of course, dominating their district through the years. And as a matter of fact, I remember many, many years, by the time you got in the gymnasium for the finals in District 29, Paulsboro already had all but statistically wrapped that up. Do you think that'll take any edge off district competition?
Well, it does in this example, when you have the pigtails now, when you wrestle in the quarterfinals and you have the pigtails, and that extra incentive to the person wrestling, say, hey, you get through here, the next round's going to be for some points. So now that little extra incentive for the team goal, for scoring for the team, getting those extra points to build up and hopefully get that comfortable margin, it isn't there anymore. So that incentive is gone. Now it's going to be strictly individualism, going out and winning on your own. When
you were at Paulsboro, Nick, and you had your goals set before the season as a team, where did winning the districts rate among your goals?
It was definitely one of, if not the goal for the year, because at that time, I think in 1980 was probably my first year that we had this South Jersey championship, so that was probably the first goal. The second goal was District 29, and it was the Colonial Conference. So I guess the conference was first. District 29 was probably after the groups at that time. So off the top of my head, districts were definitely a team goal to capture.
I don't mean the question facetiously, Nick, but did it ever get to the point that it became boring for Paulsboro in that team competition because it won every year and because it won so decidedly?
No. Not on my behalf. You always think of the team first, and you always try to get the maximum team points you can. You know, in a semifinal match when pin points are worth a lot, you go for the pin, and then you go for the win.
Only 18 seconds to go in this one. Shillingsford must have a takedown and back points. He trails Bay by 4. And this may be Glassboro's last gasp in this match. 10 seconds left. Not much hope for Mike Shillingsford.
Good shot by Bay in a single. 5 seconds left.
Real good match. Real good match. Mark Bay of Paulsboro with a big victory for Paulsboro. 8-4 over an excellent opponent, Mike Shillingsford. And that gives Paulsboro a 32-9 team lead. And Nick, that all but shuts the door on Glassboro.
Yeah, it really does. And it was a good match by Bay. And it's just the way the night has been falling for Glassboro. They weren't able to win any of the ones up top. They didn't take any pressure off the people in the middle, and they were kind of lulled into it.
As a matter of fact, Nick, that does shut the door. I'm doing my calculations here.
Yes, it does. And we're going to see Robert Burnett for Paulsboro, 4-2 on the year, wrestling at 152
against Eric Vignola.
Right.
He's had a great season, 20-3 for the Bulldogs. So the score is 22-9. There are 5 matches to go, but remember, Glassboro is forfeiting, and that officially closes the door on Glassboro. Paulsboro cannot lose this match because in reality they lead this 38-9, and there are only 4 more matches that Glassboro can win. The maximum number of points still does not get them close.
Great little move by Burnett. Vignola using the ankle, tripping up Burnett.
Eric Vignola with a 20-win season. He's had a great year for Glassboro. He had a technical fall over Mike Fink of Bordentown last night. Burnett did not wrestle in the Paulsboro win over Penns Grove. Big challenge for him tonight to go up against Vignola. The Bay Shillingsford match, probably the highlight match of the evening. Although Paul and Scott at 135 was another good one. Minute or 40 seconds to go in the first period. No scoring yet. Vignola and Burnett double. Good double by Vignola, and he converts it into a takedown and leads it 2-0.
Vignola set that up real nice. You know, used that Russian tie-up. As soon as Burnett broke away, Vignola went right into a double leg and took him down.
15 seconds to go in the first.
Working the Turk. Good ride on the top by Vignola. You know, he's got Burnett in the Turk situations, got him off balance.
End of one period. Pretty good job by Robert Burnett of Paulsboro, but he's trailing Eric Vignola 2-0. How does a guy like Burnett feel, Nick, when he is not scheduled to go and he finds out he's going up against a buzzsaw like Vignola?
Well, I'm sure that there may have been a possibility. You know, he weighed in today. He's wearing a varsity uniform. I'm sure Coach Marina had him prepared, saying, "You may go tonight. If the score is getting big, you may go tonight." So I'm sure he's prepared, but it's difficult because he's wrestling against Vignola. He's 20-3. The only attitude you can go in with is, hey, I'm the underdog. I'm supposed to lose. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try to take him 6 minutes. And let's see if I can make 6 minutes.
Second period, 1:35 to go. Vignola has a 2-0 lead, but Burnett's done a nice job so far.
Just constantly moving.
And it's 2-1 as Burnett halves Vignola's lead.
He's constantly moving, and he may get a takedown here, but Vignola not panicking, keeping his composure and countering Burnett. And Burnett almost coming up with a big 2 points.
He does.
Boy, that was Super job by Burnett.
3-2 lead by Burnett. Listen to the Paulsboro fans. This would be an upset of epic proportions if Burnett could win this one. Scoreboard showing 2-1, but he got to 2, didn't he?
May have just giving him.
Oh, okay.
Right, exactly. Out of balance.
So if let's correct that score. The takedown now by Vignola gives him a 4-1 lead.
Might have woke Vignola up a little bit, you know, almost getting that takedown, and now he's putting the pressure on Burnett. Got the near side cradle in, taken right out of balance.
Paulsboro fans appreciate Burnett's effort so far, although he's trailing at 4-1 with 35 seconds left in the period. 32-9 Paulsboro lead. Actually, that's 38-9 with the forfeit coming up. And Paulsboro, for the 9th consecutive year, has prevailed in the South Jersey Group 1 tournament. And as they've done so many, many times in the past, they've made it look easy.
Burnett doing a good job on the bottom, doing sit-out turn-in, spinning on his head, trying for the Peterson. But you can see Vignola working underneath, so he's taking that away from Burnett. As long as Vignola works underneath, Burnett won't be able to finish this move.
A 4-1 lead for Vignola after 2 periods. Crowd is excited because Robert Burnett, who was not scheduled to go, is acquitting himself well against the much more experienced Eric Vignola. Vignola 20-3 in the year.
So Burnett not giving up, really not fazed by Vignola's outstanding record. It's frustrating him. I guess it really doesn't help when you look in front of you, your teammates aren't winning. You kind of get lulled into it until you get out there. You finally wake up.
Nick, I think another point to make about it's 6-1 now on the reversal by Vignola. You know, Paulsboro's second stringers are better than a lot of people's first stringers, and a lot of these guys like Burnett we never see, but are very outstanding wrestlers.
No, you're right. They wrestle, you know, down in the wrestling room. Many of them could start varsity in other schools, so you really can't take Paulsboro's backup men lightly.
It's 6-2 now. Burnett, if he could get a takedown, would make this a very interesting match. Has a double, but Vignola gets out of that. Vignola's had the battle.
He's been frustrated by Burnett, but now he's in control. He worked that front headlock into a near side cradle. 44 seconds left in the 3rd period. Burnett just trying to face him, trying to stay off his back.
Vignola looking for a pin. 30 seconds to go. Good job by Burnett again. The near fall makes it 11-2. 15 seconds left. Vignola's in good shape to win his 21st, but he's had a battle from Robert Burnett. 5 seconds. It looks like a major win by Vignola. He'll win this one 11-2, but the crowd gives both wrestlers a big hand, and a lot of that is for Robert Burnett. The score is 32-13. We'll be back with more after this. Nick Burzichelli and Bob Shryock. This is Joe Katafi of Glassboro. He's 4-18. All he has to do is wrestle Joe Redmond, who's 22 8-0 tonight. Nice match, Vignola over Burnett. Good job by both performers, and Robert Burnett pleasing the Paulsboro fans in defeat, Nick.
Yep, he really did. He went out, he had a real superior wrestler, and he was able to go the 6 minutes, and that may have been one of his goals tonight.
Redmond looking for a quick 6 over Katafi.
Real
2-1.
good fireman's carry.
5-1 lead as the near fall by Redmond gave up the point.
Good single to a double, going right for back points again. It'd be nice to have Redmond and La Spada in the same lineup.
9-2.
Both of them technicians on their feet.
Redmond's got 9 points in a minute. Joe Redmond, great football player, baseball player.
Going right up for the pin again. 45 seconds left in the first period. Another 2 takedown and possibly 3 back points.
He'll get to 3. It's 14-2, still with 30 seconds to go in the period.
If he can get 3 points, back points here, could technical fall him in the first
Boy,
period.
this will be one of the quickest technical falls you're going to see.
And that's it.
Gets it in the first period, and that'll do it. How about that? 17-2. Redmond gets a technical fall in the first period with still 17 seconds to go. Boy, you don't see that too often.
No, you really don't. He hit every move. He hit that fireman's carry, went right up for the 3-point back points. Every time he hit a move was worth 5 points.
Tell you, if anybody ever looked like he was ready to go for a state championship, it's that guy. And here comes the forfeit. Pirelli will get 6 at 171 pounds, and that'll make the score 44-13. And now 189 pounds. This could be a good match. Gus Bucko of Paulsboro, 21-1. Eric Palmer of Glassboro, 18-3-1.
Bucko's only losses to Silver from Delsey, and Palmer's beat him twice this year.
Bucko in for a single. Man, what a job by Palmer countering that. Well, these guys are going at each other. Wow, look at that. Uh-oh. That'll be a point for an illegal slam. And the Glassboro coach is really upset at that call.
Boy, that was an interesting call. I don't know if that was a slam, but
hey, these guys are going at each other.
Oh, this is for real. Gus Bucko using a beautiful suplex there. Good freestyle move. That's going to cost him 1 point, though. So both penalty points are now eliminated. Each person has one against them, and Palmer's stunned. If he doesn't come back to the match, Bucko will default this match, and Glassboro will win it. But boy, the emotions have run high here, and it cost him. But I think Palmer's just a little shaken. I think he'll come back.
This woke up the fans a little bit. Paulsboro's won the match. It's 44-13, but Bucko and Palmer going at each other.
Boy, here comes the first slam, I believe. Let's see. Bucko's rolling around here. Yeah, this is going to be the first slam. Palmer's coming up. Hip hits first. That's an interesting. That's a very controversial call. I did this to Sizemore last year in the semis. I'm just going to let that speak for itself.
I won't tell him which door you went out.
Yeah, thank you. But we've traded penalty points here.
Yeah, they slowed down a little bit.
Good duck under. Palmer
may be injured.
Yeah, he may have taken him to the boards of the basketball court here. They went out of bounds, and the safety mat doesn't extend that far. Palmer just shaking up a little bit. That's what, Bucko is an intimidating wrestler because he's so physical. I don't know if the moves are there yet. He's not a polished wrestler, but he's just physical.
1-1, couple of penalty points. Minute 7 to go in a rather interesting first period. We're at 189 pounds. Everybody stuck around for this one, and I guess they're glad they did.
Bucko in on a single. Good counter by Palmer. But these big men move around well, don't they? Bob, you're Bucko's weight class. I think you should challenge him.
Yeah. Not on your life. I'm only 152 pounder.
Uh-huh.
I think I could handle Big Nola.
The truck comes in and says from the waist down. I like that.
You had to repeat that, huh?
Good job by Palmer and Bucko rolling around. No points awarded. You know, Buck almost pinned himself there.
Like a street fight, Nick.
We should just take the ropes down, extend it, and just winner take all survival match.
Can you imagine if these guys go at each other like this in the districts and with all these people in Gloucester County College?
It'll be worth the price of admission. Still 1-1.
Yeah, they might be too tired to come out for the second period.
And it calms down just a little bit.
Ten seconds to go in the period. 1-1 tie, Bucko and Palmer. A couple of guys having great seasons. Bucko 21-1, Palmer 18-3-1. Strength against strength here. And that'll do it for one period.
Bucko deferring this period. Palmer taking bottom.
(44-13) Paulsboro. Paulsboro has won the Group 1 championship in South Jersey for the 9th consecutive year, and probably a little bit easier than a lot of people thought.
Good stand-up by Palmer, and Bucko able to break him down momentarily.
Oh.
Nice catch by Sizemore. Bucko again, picking Palmer up and taking him back like that in freestyle move. He's got to watch himself because he already has one penalty point against him for that.
That time Sizemore got kicked in the left arm. He's been hit in the head, kicked in the left arm. He's getting worse than Dick Worley out there tonight, isn't he?
He's having a tough time.
The combat pay for this one.
But he did a great job catching him there, though, because they were going for the wood.
Still a 1-1 tie. Minute 30 to go in the second period. And reversal by Palmer gives him a 3-1 lead and excites the Glassboro partisans.
Yeah, good job by Palmer. He capitalized on Bucko's mistake and was able to take him down. And as soon as we say that, Bucko's out for the neutral position.
3-2 now, Palmer. Now Sizemore is throwing.
He doesn't like the cable either,
too.
so he's having a tough time out there.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything. He'll probably roll up the mat afterwards. Marina into this one. Under a minute, second period. Certainly the most entertaining match of the evening.
Good single by Palmer. If he can keep Bucko in motion, he'll take him down, but as long as he doesn't keep him in motion, Bucko has an opportunity to counter, which he just did. Palmer comes away with nothing.
Palmer with a 3-2 lead.
Both of them locked up so tight.
Single by Bucko, but they're off the mat. 28 seconds to go in the second. I think they've tired a little bit here in the second period.
I don't know why. They've been picking each other up for the past 3 minutes. And they're going right back into it again. It's who's going to be the aggressor here because they're in a bear hug.
Good heavens.
And we're just flying.
4 seconds to go in the second period.
Coach Cifanelli a little upset because Butko taking Palmer out of bounds and really not stopping when the whistle blew. But when you have all that weight, it's difficult.
And at the buzzer, Palmer goes flying again.
Out of the picture.
Yeah.
This is great.
2 minutes to go.
This is great. I guess Larry Sharp would probably want these guys in his school.
Right down the street.
The Monster Factory.
3-2 lead for Eric Palmer over Gus Bucko with 2 minutes to go.
Good stand up, and we're tied again. 3-3 with 1:56 left in the third period.
This could be a very interesting 2 minutes.
I think it's going to come down to who slams who.
They're coming after us now, Nick.
Yeah, he's just a little bigger than I am.
Now you get up there and protect me.
Just
That's
a little bigger.
part of your contract.
I was up on the top stand at that moment.
You still move pretty well.
Well,
Despite your advancing years.
Fear always does that to me.
You notice I never flinched. What does that say?
Scared to death and couldn't move.
Double stall. Warning.
Good
Palmer
shot
in
by
for a
Palmer.
single. 3-3 tie.
But Bucko extending him. He's got a cradle, but Palmer holding on to his legs with the double. If Bucko can spin behind, he can get the takedown because he's in a cradle situation, and there it is. And if he can convert this cradle and some back points, it'll put a little bit of cushion.
5-3 lead for Bucko with a minute to go.
Palmer just too good of a wrestler to let this match stop, and there it is, a neutral.
5-4 Bucko. Palmer needs a takedown to win this one.
And both wrestlers have a stall warning against them.
42 seconds to go. A crowd pleaser here at 189 pounds.
Bucko going right for the bear hug. No points on that, but he worked that well. He popped Palmer's elbows and he went right into the bear hug and ran out of mat room. Look to see that one again. See if Bucko works under. Good shot by Palmer. Bucko going in for a move. Counters it, rolls through with it, and gets Palmer a little bit of trouble. 23 seconds left in the third period. Palmer a little bit of trouble. Bucko locking up the half, but gonna run out of room. If Bucko just holds him there, it's only 10 seconds left in the match. Whoa, here's the replay on this. Bucko initiates this front drop. He tries to come in front, plants. Oh, excuse me, here's the bear hug. Look at that. See how he popped the elbows? Went to the bear hug out of bounds. Got a little excited. I wanted to see that move. Bucko initiated the drop. Was caught momentarily on his back. Palmer wasn't able to recover because he would have stuck Bucko there, but Bucko didn't panic and rolled through on it and came out on top, and convincing enough maybe to win the match.
Palmer trying
and
to...
he got the takedown.
Out 1 second to go.
Gave him the takedown.
But Palmer's going to run out of time. The score 10-7. Bucko's going to win it. 1 second left. And that'll do it. Very entertaining match at 189 pounds. Bucko goes to 22-1 in the season with a 10-7 victory over Eric Palmer. That makes the score 47-13. That was a fun match.
That really was exciting. Bucko used a little bit of moves there, used his strength well. Palmer, it was just a good even match, and Bucko came out on top that time. Then we're in a heavyweight, one of my favorite weight classes.
Joe Benny of Paulsboro, Brett Mazzio of Glassboro will wrap it up. Joe Benny's had a couple big wins for Paulsboro this season, Nick. Not a guy you hear a whole lot about.
No, he had a real big win against Vineland, able to seal Paulsboro's victory.
Single by Benny. Benny gets him back where he wants him. And it does a nice job for the takedown. So Benny leads it 2-0.
Mazzio almost getting out of that. Wasn't able to give Benny an opportunity. Kept him stationary, but Benny was able to keep him in motion and take him down. Mazzio caught on his back, but he's one shoulder's out, one shoulder's in. If Benny can just pull him in, and it just pushes him out of balance.
Minute 3 to go first period. Joe Benny looking impressive here in the first period, trying to put the finishing touches on Paulsboro's impressive team win. Final score surprise you, or the score to date, Nick, how one-sided it is?
A little bit. I thought Glassboro would win a couple more. But then again, Jack Rogers didn't wrestle. They forfeited a weight class, so you have to take 12 points. You definitely take 6 away, and I don't think there would have been a pin against Eric Love and Jack Rogers that we would have seen a good match. So the score is just a little inflated. I don't think the outcome is surprising.
We'll see Paulsboro this Saturday at Roselle Park, one of 4 teams from around the state battling for the state Group 1 championship. Paulsboro has won 5 out of the last 6 of those. Back points for Benny.
Benny just going tight waist, near arm tilt, coming up top in a double grapevine with the legs. 21 seconds left in the first period. And Mazzio just trying to stay off his back. Benny's got him tight.
Mazzio turns over, but 5-0 on the near fall by Benny. Benny looks impressive.
He really does look tough, but you can't take anything away from Mazzio. He's only a freshman. He only has a total of 5 matches under his belt. He's going to have a lot of years left. And he's going to remember some of these matches.
Rare that you see a freshman heavyweight too, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. And he'll remember these matches. Just chalk it up to experience. These are the kind that cook for years, and you say, that's never going to happen to me again. When you're lifting weights, you're wrestling in the practice room.
Benny has Mazzione's back again. This could do it. They got him. 1:38 to go in the second period. A pin by Joe Benny. That's the coup de grace, Paulsboro, with a 53-13 victory over Glassboro. Paulsboro, for the 9th consecutive year, the South Jersey Group 1 champion. We'll be back. Final score, you see it, Paulsboro 53, Glassboro 13. Paulsboro winning South Jersey Group 1 for the 9th consecutive year. Paulsboro goes on to Roselle Park this Saturday to compete for the state Group 1 championship. Channel 5 will be there. Nick, I don't think anybody came here tonight expecting an upset by Glassboro. Glassboro team has had a good season, but had lost 7 times coming in. But again, and I recall saying this in other years, I don't think anybody expected it to be quite this one-sided.
No, I didn't really expect it to be this one-sided. 53 points is a lot of points scored tonight. It's an inflated score. I don't think that the outcome was in doubt. But the points are big, and Glassboro forfeited 1 weight class. Jack Rogers wasn't able to wrestle. The match was tough for Glassboro.
Paulsboro lightweights really got it going. Nick Bernardino and Sakala back-to-back with technical falls. That got him off 12-0. Then, as you said, Rogers unable to go for Glassboro because of the injured ribs at 119. Kirk Love took advantage of that situation with a 34-second pin of his stand-in Glassboro opponent. That made it 18-0. And then Miller with an impressive superior at 125, followed by Tucker's quick pin at the next weight class. All of a sudden it's 29-0. There's really no looking back.
Yeah, and exactly right. And really didn't set the stage for Glassboro well enough. They didn't take the pressure off of their middleweight classes. And we saw that when Vignola wrestled. He was kind of lulled. He was taken by surprise when he wrestled Burnett. And that's because, they got caught up in the upper weight, the lightweight classes with the losses.
Glassboro's top winners in the season were impressive. However, Larry Paul with a good win at 135, his 22nd of the season. Undefeated Sam Laspada, boy, he looked awesome at 140, winning his 23rd in a row. A technical fall, and Mike Shillingsford lost, but then after him, Eric Vignola with his 21st win of the season at 152 pounds. Those were the only 3 wins for Glassboro.
Right, and they were the ones that were really counted on to win. They just didn't get enough of them. Paulsboro was just a little overwhelming tonight for them.
Nick, you've seen Paulsboro more often this season than I have. We're going to Roselle Park this weekend. We know that Roselle Park is undefeated coming into tonight's action and is favored to win their section and will be in the opposite bracket of Paulsboro. So there's a possibility at least that we would see those 2 teams. Of course, we don't know that much about Roselle Park, but in your opinion, is Paulsboro peaking at the right time? Do you think as a team they're ready for the state championship?
Yes, no question about it. Traditionally, Paulsboro does peak at this time of year. But Roselle Park, from what I understand from the scouting that's been done, Roselle Park is better than Vining, better than Paul VI, and Paulsboro could have their hands full, but they first have to make out the first round first.
Okay, Nick, well, we better go get our bags packed because we're going to Roselle Park this weekend with the rest of the Channel 5 crew. Looking forward to that very, very much. An impressive performance by Paulsboro. They win South Jersey Group 1 9th consecutive year. Every year is a fact that the South Jersey Championship has been held. Good job by Glassboro, but in a losing cause. Final score again, Paulsboro 53, Glassboro 13. For Nick Burzichelli, Bob Shryock from Paulsboro High. Thanks for watching.